What is up guys, Swamp here, and welcome to another tutorial. This one is a bit of a in-depth look into Dxtory and Sony Vegas, my settings for recording and rendering and such. And yeah, let's get straight into it. We're gonna start out with Dxtory, and what you want to do is go to this website and download and install Logarithm Lossless Video Codec. This codec basically produces a nice quality of the video you're recording, but keeps the size down as much as it can, which is always good when recording a lot of things, so you don't have to have like 6 hard drives just piling up. After you download and install that, run Dxtory, and I'm just going to take you through all the tabs and you can see my settings and everything like that. So this first page you come to, you can ignore that. It's just some basic log/informations about the program, and this is what it can hook into. Well, what it's hooked into right now, words and stuff. All right, next tab is where you want the FPS to be shown and stuff like that. You can just ignore that. This is an important step. You need to add where you want it to write your files. You can have several hard drives. You can have it write to several hard drives at once to relieve the pressure of the writing speed and all that. So once you have it set, like I have here, you need to benchmark it. So just leave it as it is, and no, that's not right. Leave it as it is and press run. And it's going to benchmark your hard disk for the speed it has right now. All right, one more. Damn, I'm good. So 152 megabyte per second. You can easily record 1080p. Not sure if you can record 1080p with 60 FPS though fluently. You can try that out. I haven't tried that out fully. Once you got that set, next tab is the hotkeys, which I only use one thing of, which is stop and start movie capture. Next tab is the important tab, the video settings for the recording part. So you're going to go to this codec Dropbox and press Logarithm Lossless Codec, and then press the wrench to the side. Click multi-threading, leave the rest. And the mode I have YV12, which will produce good quality videos and keep the size down. You can get even better quality videos, but that makes no sense why you want to have that, because you can't actually, doesn't show on YouTube anyway. Press OK. This is usually 30 frames per second originally. You can leave this as it is, and here you can change if you want it to be like, I have a 1080p, like 1920 times 1080 resolution going right now. So if I record, it will record in 1080p, but usually I record at 720p because why not, to keep the file sizes down a bit, and you usually don't need full 1080p. So if you want it to downsize it for you automatically, just go in, press size, and set the settings like that. And that's it really. You can change up here if you want to go from AVI or raw cap. I go with AVI directly because raw cap is just unnecessary and I can't be bothered with converting every file every time. Next up is audio settings. This is important as hell. So basically, it will look like this when it's first start up. There we go. And you will, first off, my standard settings are a bit higher. No more, no. Stereo, there we go. 48,000 Hertz, 32-bit stereo. So Realtek, my speaker, my headphones, so it picks up everything I hear, it picks up, so the game sound and everything like that. Next, click this plus sign. Click the second one, and hit next up. I want to add my microphone so it picks up my voice. I'm just going to leave it as it is because it's right. So yeah, now it picks up the in-game sound and my microphone. Next up is for screenshots. I don't use it. And then we got the settings. Leave everything as it is except for processing threads. I have 12, so of course I'm going to use all 12. So it like uses all 12 threads to put the load on different threads, so it doesn't use like one thread and max out it, because it will just slow down your PC. Next is just, yeah, check for updates, yada yada yada, and yeah, basically saying, yeah, you bought it, good job, thank you. That's it for that. once you have your video recorded, you obviously wanna, oh, look at this, what is this? Far Cry, oh hell yeah. You obviously wanna edit it, make it into the video and render it. Alright, so yeah, here's a video, good. First off, what I'm gonna do is right click your video track, properties, disable resample. Very important, otherwise it will start blurring the video and whatnot, because it tries to blend different clips together and that will end up with blurring, and it's just bad. But you might be asking, what do I do if I have several clips? You don't want to do it on every single clip, because that's just time consuming and annoying. So let's say you have all these clips here and you want to do it like disable on all of them. You double click D, you will get this cursor thingy going. Mark all the video clips. Very important now, the video clips and not the audio clips. Edit, and let's see, I don't do this. Switches, I think, yeah, and disable resample. Since I already did that when it was one clip, it's ticked in right now. So just click that and it will disable all of them. By the way, that thing you see up there is Dxtory saying, oh, I can record this. But that's annoying, so let's close it. Oh, and it crashed. That's interesting. Let's open that back up again. Yes, there we go, and we are back. The game crashed when I closed down Dxtory. You can do that sometimes when it's hooked into something and you close it before you close the thing it's hooked into. All right, so we have a video here. We can see here that is 720p, so it is resolution of 1280 by 720. We can go and press this button here, which is project video properties, and we can see, yeah, it's actually recorded in 60 frames per second. And we can change the full resolution rendering quality to best and just apply. We don't have to do much there, because we don't have to do that, what I just did anyway, either. So, we have a clip here, we want to render this thing. Go to render as, and here is my pre-made settings. Since this is a 720p 60 frames per second one, I'm going to show you the basics of it. So you go to main concept AVC AAC MP4, open it up, scroll down and find Internet HD or Internet HD 1080p, either one depending on your file. Customize template. Alright, here we go. So what we want to do is change a few things here depending on, since I have a 60 frame per second video, it's going to be a bit different. I'm going to show you the 30 frames per second one first. Alright, so just allow source to adjust frame size, allow source to adjust frame rate. Keep this as it is, tick those two. If it is a 30 frame per second video, tick those two, and then go down here and just increase the average. Damn it, go back in, change that to 10 million for average bit per second. That's it for this tab. Actually, no, it isn't. If you have, depending if you have an ATI card or NVIDIA card, you can use your graphics card to render, which is amazing. I have a MSI graphics card, so if you go to system, you can check CUDA is available. Great, I'm gonna use CUDA because why not? Number of slices, leave it as it is. Let's go to audio. 48,000 sample rate is good enough. Go to bit rate on the second tab and change to 384,000 to get a bit more crisp audio. System, nothing we can do. Project, this is important. Video rendering quality, always pick best. Alright, so now we've done a template for 720p 30 frames per second, so you can just rename it, hit save, and then we'll show up that down the bottom. You can just favorite, so you can see it in this list. Alright, I'm going to show you quickly the 60 frames per second one, which is a bit trickier. So Internet HD 720p, which this is, customize, untick these two. We don't want them enabled right now. And what we want to change is this to 59.94. and it will automatically change to 59.940000, which is 60 frames per second, or as close as it can be. And since it is 60 frames per second, we kind of wanna, yeah, this is actually enough. Let's just change that to 10 million. There we go. And 16 million on that one. That's good enough for a 720p one. If you're going for 1080p, you should go with 20 million on both of these. Should be good enough for that quality type of video. And after that, it's the same thing, 384K and best. Save it as 60 frames per second, save it and make it a favorite. And that's it. That's my settings for rendering. I'm just going to show you quickly the actual one I have. So in 720p, 60 frames per second, customize. Customize, there we go. 10 million, 60 frames, blah, blah, blah. Actually, untick that because 60 frames per second. Did not see that before. All right, save it. 30 frames per second. Tick those. 10 million. Good enough. There we go. Why did it disappear? Yes. One of them disappeared. There we go. All right, and 1080p, I got 24 million apparently, and 20 million. And untick those because it's 60 frames. But yeah, that's it. It will leave you with a file size. I'm gonna pick up my rendered folder. So let's see here. BF4, my BF4 one, which is, let's see how long this is. It is 12.5 minutes, and it's about 700 megabytes worth. So it's all right. File size for that quality. So yeah, that's it really. That's my settings for Dxtory and Sony Vegas. I might do an extended one when I'm using virtual cable to split all the audio. Like if you're sitting on TeamSpeak, maybe you want to remove that voice or whatever, but that's a bit more in-depth advanced tutorial for that one. So yeah, any questions, any suggestions for other tutorials I should do, put them down below. And as always, Vikings out.